Hey, what's up, guys? I'm making this video to talk about parole, guys. The parole division, Texas Department of Parole and Pardons, guys. I did a visit, a parole visit on the 5th of this month. And you remember, guys, I told you about the assessment, how paperwork would never get. I did like 3 assessments and it would never get to them, or they would call me back and saying that they couldn't find my assessment. Okay, so I had to do another one with this new parole officer I have now. Okay, guys, we did the assessment. Okay, the 5th of this month, I went in and the guy told me, my parole officer told me that the assessment came back and it was good. He told me that I didn't have to have a home visit um, once a month. It's going to be um, every 3 months. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, guys, from jump, my assessment has been a problem because it's about goodness. It's about doing kingdom work. It's about ministry. It's about helping people. It's about doing volunteer work. And I'm not like all the other guys. I'm not up in there, faking the funk and working or working for someone else or claiming to be working or I'm actually doing something to better myself, guys, and change my life around and doing leadership, having leadership positions, doing things, so it's a problem. Satan always trying to stop me, and he's practically using them guys at the parole board, the parole division, and the parole officers to like hinder me and stop me, guys. Okay. For number one, you know, um, we can argue about this situation all day, but number two, every time I do a visit, my parole officer seemed to ask me the same questions. He go on the computer and everything I tell him, it would just be erased or something. Like all my information is being erased. So I did that. I did the what's name the assessment, guys. It probably came back that that I was good. It probably came back that I didn't have to do a home visit. I have a home visit to every 3 months. But now he called me. He been calling me. I've been down the street doing doing volunteer work at the halfway house. He come. I call him. He leave his number. I call him. He tells me that my assessment came back and it's not good or something like that, and it's a problem, and now he got to continue doing the home visits, once a month, all that stuff, guys. And it's like I'm a 4, 5, 6 time loser. I done killed people. I done murdered people. This is my first time going to jail. This is actually my second time going to jail, guys. This is my first time going to prison, guys. And they acting like I'm a hard time criminal, that I done killed people, and I did everything, guys. But yet I'm doing ministry. I'm helping people, doing volunteer work, and it seemed like I done killed people, guys. And I have cousins that went in and out, that go in and out of jail, guys, and they don't get this much of 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 they don't get this much of hatred towards them peoples like I do, guys. It's a constantly trying to trip me, constantly trying to provoke my parole, constantly trying to make it seem like I'm doing something else They constantly trying to take my parole away from me. And guys, I'm doing ministry, guys. My work is for all of them to see. It's that crazy, guys, to where my parole officer could pretty much have my work and see and they can have my videos. Well, my parole officer who I'm with now have my videos. Now he tells me that he haven't looked at my video because of something, and I told him because the proof is in the pudding. You know what I do, you know what I represent. But when none of this be going down, if I was actually out there selling dope, everybody believe me. I come in, if I came in there like all the other men and had jobs and hustle on the side, if they would salute me, they would cheer me on in my parole, and the parole board would be okay with me and everything, guys. But my parole has been my parole has been like this ever since I've been 3 years of telling me that I'm not doing nothing, that I'm not doing enough. It's all about money. My good works don't mean nothing because money mean more important than good works. Money mean more important than saving lives. Guys, my parole officer told me that a little money is helpful. A little money is helpful, guys. If I bring in $5, $6, $7, $8, at least that's showing that I can do that I'm doing something. Okay. I brought in $7. He tells me, oh, this ain't enough. It's always this parole officer always going back on his words. He always going back on his words. I knew guys. I knew, guys, that he was very little. He was very little with God, guys. That parole office, I finna tell y'all something. That parole office has the most, I'm talking Satanism all around, all up in there. Okay? Jezebel spirits, I promise, I put this on everything, guys. I was walking through the door and this lady moaned at me. She like, I could tell that was a Jezebel spirit that's speaking out of her. And she moaned at me like, ooh. And I was like, ooh, that Jezebel spirit speaking out. And then they got females in there supposed to be parole officers, supposed to be, practically role model guys, wearing tight pants and showing themselves, guys. I'm telling you, it's going down over there, guys. Satan is going down over there. Satan using these people for real. And they constantly attacking me, guys, constantly trying to take my parole because a young guy coming in there, guys. A young guy coming in there showing them what a role model is supposed to be about, showing them about how to stay, how a felon can stay on the right track and do the right things and rise above the madness and everything that's out here in the world, guys, can do something better with themselves. And you think that, these are the people that would try to, cheer me on and help me and congratulate me and uplift me and tell they parolees about me. But nah, they constantly trying to find something wrong with my parole, saying I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and constantly want to come over here like I done killed 5, 16 peoples. Man, say, I told this new parole officer, he knew about everything that was going on with my other parole officers. It was a godly thing. He act like he was a man of God, which I already knew because I know the spirits, guys. I know the spirits. I know this dude is sinning, is not strong with God. I'm the teacher, guys. I'm the teacher. So if you don't accept the teacher, you don't accept God. And if you don't accept God, how can you accept the teacher? So I know this. So he claimed that he was a man of God, but then he don't accept me. But then he this guy, how can you can't you can't serve two masters. You can't work at a job and do God's work, because you constantly have to deny God. And that's what a lot of people don't know. Take the mark of the beast. That's denying God. That's accepting the world, what this world got to offer. The mark of the beast is sin, is taking another master, and that master is Satan. How can you care for my needs and your mind is on job and money? You only can care for your money and your job. And you will do anything to sell me out to protect your money and your job. Guys, so that's the whole ordeal about denying God and accepting the mark of the beast. You know, if these guys would accept that the work business is not God business, and then they will see. They will see. Their eyes would open. They will see, guys. Just like Shannon, bold soldier for Christ. He tells his viewers that God wants him to work. So I made a video about it, guys. Because I know that's the mark of the beast, that's denying God. Because that job deny God every day. It's all about money, it's all about protecting the money. And that's why I made that video, guys. It's all about protecting that company money. And every time I talk about God don't want his people to work, he make a video and say God want his people to work. So I'm like, you know what? He denied God right there. But if he had the mind state, well, you know what? God don't like it and is ungodly, and he was still working, then I would know what side he was on. But if his eyes closed, he on that work, he on that boss side, he on that company side, he on Satan's side, and he gonna deny God. He gonna protect his wife, his kids, and his children, and his home. But I'm talking about, they gonna protect it. Even if it had to sell God out, sell his people out, deny somebody, fire somebody, it don't matter. That's what that job do. So if the people of this world can't accept that job is the mark of the beast, that job is for slavery, that job ain't right, then they gonna continue to be blinded. And that's what's going on with my parole office, guys. It's all about money, 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 money. Work, work, money, money, money. If I don't care what you're doing. If you're doing kingdom's work, if you walking the straight arrow and walking the straight path, and you ain't got no job, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't got no money. Money talk. That's what it is, guys. At that job, at that parole office, I've been fighting for my parole. To keep my parole and not going to jail, and I'm not doing nothing. I'm the squaddest person that they have over there. Look, before the sun come out, before the street lights come on, I'm in the highs. I'm the squaddest person that they have at that parole, and yet I'm fighting to keep my parole. I love you guys.